Alrighty, morning all, or good night, or whatever. Not like good night. Don't go to bed. Alrighty. I mean, you can. All. Why am I hearing myself? Good night. Why is my stream grid unmuting itself? Right, great start. Anyway, let's get into it. While I smack the microphone and prove that I have no idea what I'm doing. We are up to another. There must have been a mini competition or something, because this is the second map after the last one, last time, which was also a sort of small town theme, mini city, as the map name implies. So yeah, the last one was pretty impressive, so I'm curious to see another one. I don't remember who made the last one. I think it was Rowley Bob. Can't say noob number 2 is a name that I recall. Alright. This is too small even to walk along. That's a model, isn't it? Isn't it? Something about this strikes me as looking like a model. I'm not sure why. I just want to jump around the small town. Just let me jump around it. Thank you. Yeah, then it's gonna go and clip me. Anyway. There's some nice smaller details here. Don't know that it's quite as good as the other one, but still plenty to look at. I like the idea of an entire interior structure that you can't actually get into but can peer into, though. It's quite good. I feel like there probably should be some lights in there, though, more than just in the corners. Was a building quite like that in the last one? I don't know what this competition was, if it was indeed a competition. I like the idea of a map where if you crash down, you look like you're at the right height. So that you took a clip out of context and you just stand up and start jumping around way higher than you should. Which isn't this, but almost. I don't know, that's pretty good. That's definitely a model. Which I guess judicious use of models probably wouldn't... I don't know, would that defeat the purpose of something like this? I still like the idea, though. Morning Don. Map fix added. Still working, but I think it's 5% better. R-speed issues. Fair enough. I definitely cannot help with that. What is it called? Map fix. Come on. Find my test map. It's me when I'm looking at the prospect of going through the entity guide and fixing up all those pages and taking out some of the more vague or wrong information, which means I have to do a bunch of tests to figure out what things actually do when it isn't clear. Is this source? No. I don't think it would open if it was source, would it? No, wait, it would. I remember doing exactly that. So with all the okay, these are triggers. It's something. Why are there so many trigger multiples? Why is the ground coated in trigger multiples? What do these even do? Security pad? It's set up for a key code button, maybe? It's a mess of triggers, whatever it is. Wish I knew what this map was doing. There it is. That would be the one. Which I'm sure does something interesting. Why is it a EVMF file instead of an RF? Because that's what Sledge deals in. I guess in theory I could have saved it as something more general, and I probably should have. But that's just the file I was working with. I just slapped it on in there. I probably should export it to something more general. KA City Brawl. Did this one work? This one did work. First map, so I know it's not the best. 32 small knife only map, of course. Nothing else interesting. Counter-Strike. So, try to think about where I should be putting this file, and brain just completely stopped working. Gave up. Can't think about these Counter-Strike maps anymore. Okay, a City Brawl. I feel like that name's familiar. Oh, good. Just decals 2 WOD, I guess that's something. Alright. Immediate thought is these textures don't look so great on completely flat walls. And also at this scale. Are these just source textures? Because that's the impression I get. Yeah, this is how buildings work. Alright, where does this door go? Penetrable blue-green glass. There's not much more to this, is there? Yeah, I'm satisfied. No need to see more. Five Worst Ways to Die by Archie. I've definitely seen this in the top maps. Like how suddenly it's a trilogy. Unfortunately, this link does not work like some of Archie's other maps of this era. So I will have to find this on the second pass. Hopefully along with the rest. If nothing else, maybe I'll be able to just get them straight off of him, if he has them. Or maybe they exist elsewhere, we'll see. CS Metropolis. 4031. I don't believe. No, this link did not work. Looks kinda, I don't know, could be alright though. Again, hopefully we'll find it. As with every map that the links don't work with. Aquarium version 1.0. A small but good map. I don't expect you to rate it high, but I just want you to see it. I feel like I have seen this before. I don't know why. It doesn't look very good. I don't know why I would have downloaded it. And yet, something about this is very familiar. Aquarium, wasn't it? I love spawning and looking nothing but a skybox. Uh-huh. It's alright, except for this pocket of air, which apparently was not considered. Do you think, is this meant to be deathmatch? Or just like proof that the air tanks do anything? Well, I mean, you can fire this gun, but clearly not in a way that they intended. Hammer Problems, brackets self-shifting something. Including an example of how I created the domes to the left. The pic shows Vertex Problems. That occurs after saving and reloading. Very unhelpful comments, really. I suppose this was source, if it's using a VMF in this era. I guess I'll go and open it with the proper tools. Just in case. Okay. I think I see what he was going for. And see the sort of thing that he was talking about. I mean, that'll happen. Don't have much more to say about it, really. That's cylinders for you. The Great Leap. Let's see you leap this gap. The real purpose of the example map is demonstrate how to make the player float. Show how to make a cool spiral alien door, quite tricky. Show how to make stay open doors using Slayer's method. That's just a various example map, I guess. 4038. Float. I don't know what exactly it means by float. I'm guessing it's going to involve trigger push. I did not read the section where he said what entities he used. I feel like I've maybe seen this map before as well. Maybe this was around when I joined and I was just downloading maps of the time. It's a pretty good effect until you touch it. Yep, that's just a trigger push. I want it to... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's just completely broken. There's actually 3 whole separate things here, isn't there? Seems unnecessary. Oh. It's actually also more stable than I seem to recall it being. Maybe that was a different tool. Aim Catalyst by Caterpillar. 2 models, 2 custom textures. Right. Doesn't give me much confidence. But we'll see. Nope, not crypt. What is crypt? Is that just dark custom sword zombie thing? Wasn't that good? Please, traffic, pipe down. Trying to record. Yep. Ah, that's definitely my fault. So I didn't copy anything else at all. But I copied it. Didn't I? Why did I only copy one? That's strange. Alright. Third time lucky. The charm, if you will. Right. I mean, the outside of it looks okay. I've seen worse ground done. That's about all I have to say about it though. Everything else from the map type to the choice of cover, i.e. boxes, like always. Actually this isn't that great either. Why wouldn't that match? It's not cover. It's just awkward. Yeah. Could be worse, could be markedly better. Could be a different kind of map. Suri's mini compo number 2 entry by Suri. Here's my entry for the second mini compo. Wonder if it'd be easy to track these down, the mini competitions. It's a small spaceship of some sort. I need some information on the mini compo. Maybe it's just called that. Thread titles. Archie mini compo number 1. It's far too young. I don't think I'm gonna find it. There was a mini competition number 2, but that was only a couple of years ago. Could have been the advanced brushwork mini competitions. How would I know? If I just skip halfway into this. Something about Leggo. Something statues I seem to recall. I think we'll bump into those later. Anyway. Fair enough. Right, yeah, competition. Space 1. Space 2. Press Control B. Does that do anything? That should do something. It seems like this would be uncomfortable to me as someone who sleeps on their side. I guess it's hard to tell without actually lying in it though. Do spaceships need a dumbwaiter? Like these chords. Even if they seem like they go out a little further than physics would have them. If it curved down, it would seem a little more realistic. But I wish to impugn the nature of his craft and or profession. check out top floor first. I'm guessing there's nothing interactable, so I'm gonna stop pressing use on everything. It's clearly just meant to be a bit of a set piece. And yet I still want it to be so. Let's go this way. Just in case you need a crate on the top floor. Why does that do something? Again, nice chord. This one works better. Seems like a tripping hazard. This was those stairs, I assume. Yep. So this is the only way to go. Seems everything seems a little more like you've got a spaceship like this, but we've just got cords hanging out of things. Oh god, I'm stuck. Don't know how I got stuck. Curved panels. Go to space. Oh. These seem comfortable, but not with those. Not with the consoles so far forward. You'd want these to be able to move, and maybe they do. Anyway, that's a neat little map. That was like a good model map. CS bullet theory. Except there's only one T, so bull E theory. This is my bull E theory. This link did not work, I seem to recall, so we're not playing bullet theory. Doesn't look like we're missing a whole lot, but don't like to judge purely from the cover. Unless it seems entirely deserved. Say, like DE Labyrinth, which is, as he quotes, a very big labyrinth. Counter-Strike? Because why wouldn't it be? Was it just that Counter-Strike had a bigger proportion of people mapping for it? Like more people touched Counter-Strike and thus more people mapped for it? I've forgotten the name of it already. DE Labyrinth. Because it seems like a lot of these maps, which would just be normally, you know, throwaway maps in Half-Life, there were so many more of them for Counter-Strike. I don't really get why. Just people making... Just people making, you know, big old mazes and maps with terrible scale and so on. The question is, I just walked into this labyrinth. I don't know why. It's not going to be interesting viewing. I doubt we're going to see anything especially interesting. And I don't really want to do it. Hang on. Let me try again. That's what we want. Just so we can do this and confirm that it is in fact a very big labyrinth. At least it looks alright. Do you reckon those are teleports? Let's at least check that out. If I just follow the right wall up to the 1, 2, 3, 4th left turn. I assume this is the terrorist wall. I'm sure I'll find out quickly enough if it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, bombs it. Ah, right, it's DE map, isn't it? God damn it. How infuriating would that map be to play? DE Labyrinth, again. The version of DE Labyrinth for CSS. It's not a very big labyrinth this time. You know, source. It's capable of bigger things. Come on. I'm guessing the map's gonna be improved, right? Because it's source, not just so we can play a shitty labyrinth in source. It's definitely improved, right? Looks as blocky as before. 1. Is this different? He changed it. They changed it. Who cares? It's not a better map for it. Apocalyptica. Which, when I was downloading this, I got stuck on this map for a second because I was trying to process the pronunciation of this name. Apocalyptica. Which doesn't roll off the tongue very well. Apocalyptia. Slightly better in my opinion, but what do I know? This link didn't work, and I think there's a string of spikers maps that don't. Or maybe they're later. Build a statue entry by Rally Bob. Let's not dwell on the screenshot, let's just take a look. Valve maps CO3 Rally Bob. God, it's talking to labyrinths. Trying to find the right folders for these things. I could probably clear out all the custom mods. I mean, are we likely to see another The Battlegrounds mod? Sure is a Gordon's. That's just a suit.
To the HEV Mark IV,
Which is clearly meant for comparisons, but
for use in hazardous environment conditions. High impact reactive armor activated. Atmospheric contaminant sensors
poking at his
activated.
tongue.
Vital sign monitoring activated. Automatic
Some bits of this are pretty good,
engaged.
particularly around this the chest and collar area. I wish I could actually stand on that level.
Level monitoring activated. Communications interface online.
Oh, that's a bit blocky, but obviously that's the point. Trying to make models out of brushwork. Aim FAMAS X by Kev. One of these. Why are there so many? Like, it's already been long and storily discussed why there are so many. But still, why are there so many? Couldn't they just not? I'd appreciate it if they did not. Aim famous X. Right, Fulbright, basic textures, big box. These lights slightly attempted something different, even though it's not really dark. Wait, is it Fulbright? No. It looks Fulbright, but it totally isn't. These lights, it's brighter here than it is here. It might as well be Fulbright, don't get me wrong. So, sort of fighting Z thing and these things might break, but no, of course not. It's throwing me. It's not Fulbright, I just made it dim. What does that mean? Catapult. Map shows how to make a catapult and how to shot with it. Also shows how to destroy walls with the catapult. I mean, it's very direct language. Like, that's the only way to make it do these things. I'm sure whatever it is, it isn't. Must be source, right? No, RMF. No. No, that's this one. Catapult with a K. Okay. That'd be bang. Could have put a slight delay on it so I could watch it while it does its thing. Restart. I mean, I suppose it would be terrorists if who using a catapult to break things, wouldn't it? Slightly mistimed. Broke slightly after the slightly before the rock hit it. That'd just be a giant rotating with an origin at a point so that it rotates up and out of it and over here. I suppose it could use a train as well. Wouldn't look as good though. Or would it? No, it probably wouldn't. I don't know if it had a counterweight like that, it was more of a trebuchet, but I guess I don't really know the difference. Another statue for us to take a look at. Apparently did not spend a whole lot of time on it, but it looks interesting from what I'm looking at. Wait, map name? Dragon statue. Dragon statue. I think I looked at this back in the day as well. I mean, it's not bad. Frankly, it looked better in the screenshot than it did in the actual game, to be honest. But maybe that's just me. something very disproportionate about it. For one, it's leaning back so far, surely it would just fall over. And also these arms strike me as not being far enough along. Possibly back legs too far forwards as well. I guess I don't know. Whatever, still better than I could probably do. XDM Dream. It's XDM again. XDM Dream, smooth for fighting, built from scratch. Let me know how it's liked or disliked. This link didn't work either, did it? There's a whole bunch of externally hosted ones in this lot that didn't work. Whole strings of maps in some cases. Invisible bad surface extents. The map is for 7 co-op. We'll load in a hammer with normal Half-Life FGD. It's like a good problem map. Sector B. Sector spelt wrong. Unless that was intended. Sector like Spectre. Did I have a Sven co-op? Yeah, I did. I should have used that. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh god, where do we start? It's like Secret City kind of whining to me. Okay. Water firing out of a thing. Got some crawlable vents. The old giant fan. More climbable vents. This appears to be a room where you pick up a gun and that's it. A lot of vents. Possibly an over-reliance on vents. What are these? Group, right? A group of what? Because they look like nodes. It just seems unnecessary though. Why they're just spray painted all over the floor. Surely you can be more sparing with the old nodes, right? Just put the whole map in here, didn't he? That's probably enough, right? Not playing Sven co-op here. DM Cigarro, which did not work, by Spikers. Horror Map by Unbreakable, which also did not work. DE Dustruction, which unfortunately did work. This map was designed to be a fast-paced, paste spelt wrong. Plant map with a semi-complex design with interweaving paths. Talking it up. It's Mostly complete, cannot test balance, faults won't do, so on. What a name. Destruction. Alright.
Okay, let's go.
Spawn in the middle of a dust hellscape. Seems like we're gonna stay in a dust hellscape. Well, I mean, it's impossible for me to know here where this map is actually fun to play in any way, because I don't have anyone else here. So all I have to go off of the fact that this looks like every other map that uses the dust textures. At least it does actually have a bit of layout, it seems. Some verticality. But it still looks like every other map. Well, there's that. CS Exile B1. I think this one also did not work. There are a lot of them, as I said. Nope. Next one will though. My Train is Black by Haboy. So my train appears pitch black in game, and so I'll give it a look. Turns out I had it set to no color effects. Train, please work. Half-Life 2. I mean, we're going to get in here, and true to the name, I bet we're going to see a pitch black train. But that's how this goes. It's fairly obvious what most of this stuff is before you play it. But the point is seeing it. Sure is a pitch black train. Oh, now the world is pitch black. The world has been infected by the train. That was weird. AIM AK Cult Pro. Fortunately this didn't work. Leggo Half-Life Entry. Which, judging by that picture we saw earlier, no doubt that was the next mini competition. Also, Rally Bob seems to leap on these. I don't know if they were helming it or what. C05 Rally Bob. boy, I was C04 Riley Bob. Oh, right, map. Map. C05 Riley Bob. Oh well, I tried to do a map with this kind of style once. I did not get far. Which is to say, I made a house, but it was before I considered the optimization concerns of, say, including every single raised bit in the house, yes, even the ones you don't see, and having them all be separate bricks rather than one solid brush. Basically, it was doomed, because I was an idiot. This isn't interactive, is it? Well, fair enough. That's not too bad. I feel like it breaks the illusion more than a couple times though, especially things like this, where this is clearly imbalanced, let's say. And yeah, something like this. This bit looks alright, because this is believable. Except maybe for those particularly tall bits. Which I don't know that those exist. I haven't touched Lego in a long time. One-way glass. Alrighty. It speaks for itself. One way or another. I'm gonna find you. Hi, Rimrock. Spooky. This would be two separate brushes, right? Null on either side. And only one of them having a render texture thingy. Still looks alright though. You said you had two things in here. Also, there's definitely a Barney in the screenshot. No. It's not meant to be spooky. Oh, right. Some Counter-Strikes that would also probably would have helped. Dodd Spire. Simple level, interesting concept. Two spiral staircases inside one another, winding up in opposite directions, with a main flag at the top. I just want to playtest it. One of the rare Day of Defeat maps. Namely the second Day of Defeat map, I think. I'm sure it will be oh, what? Source? That. Oh, great. Thanks. Do I have Defeat source? I should do, right? I don't actually know where it would be if I do. Oh. Why didn't I install that? Can't do it now. I'll just have to leave it. Damn it. I'll come back to that. I'm sure it'll be worth it. The Underhalls by Scrammer. One of my single-player remakes of Doom 2 maps. There is no storyline there, just shoot, run, and press some buttons. I could believe that to be a remake of something in Doom. It says other, but I'm guessing it's not. Oh. Hey, can't you just edit the description? It's not hard. Underhalls. God, my hands are cold. Seems like something about using a mouse makes my hand cold. Which doesn't make any sense to me. Nor Rocky. Why did I start on the toilet? I guess I'm not familiar with Doom 2. I'm sure I don't need a PCV. Say that. I guess I didn't actually consider whether I needed to shoot those guys, given that this is opposing force. Let's say yes. What is it with doors that... I remember having exactly that trouble. I had a door that had a curve in it and it closed in a weird way. I know exactly how they did it, but... Ah, my foot! Where'd you come from? Okay. Oh, I might as well. Who knows how long this will go. I mean, anyone familiar with the map, which Irby seems to be, might know, but I don't. You know, remember the sniper rifle in opposing force? I feel like it felt a lot better than the one in Sven. Ow. Jerk. Actually didn't hurt that much, did it? You'd think a sniper bullet would do a little more. Did I miss something? So, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. That'd be it. That wasn't right. Whatever. How? Scared me the concept of playing opposing force with not HD models seems strange to me, because it was out by then, right? It came with it. It needs other guns. Is that the fuzz? Which I mean, I literally mean the sound called fuzz. Have I done a loop? No, sort of. No, I wanted to live. I didn't live. Well, that was fun. I mean, this says it all, doesn't it? Someone called Bot gave 5 stars with a smiley face. If it wasn't so long ago, you'd accuse that of something, wouldn't it? DOD Chien. The link did not work, so no. Backyard Lab Wars 2 maps. Unfortunately. HD pack only came with blue shift. I guess I never considered that either, because we got when we got Posing Force, I think we got blue shift at exactly the same time. So they were they were one and the same to me. Backyard Lab Wars. Lab Wars and Lab Wars VE. VE, very energetic. Alright. It's a very strange lab so far. There are crates. Right, it's passing the fight yard litmus test. Green light. Just hanging out. Why is there a hallway here? Whatever. Lab Wars Very. Okay. Doesn't seem that different so far. I suspect the VE means vertical because it has slight ramps. And what, this one thing that goes upwards? Is that the only way up? Allowing you to see the entire map. justify this to me. How and why does this exist? Small puddle of water. A ramp down into a small puddle of water with dials and gauges all around it. My first map, Icky Lab. Just learned how to set up hammer, create brushes, etc. Now themes of a lab where they test on and observe ichthyosaurs. Very sour. I haven't added a real ending though, so that's why it's unfinished. Tell me what you all think of it. Can't get run. You've got a leak, don't you? Valve. Maps. Icky Lab. Oh. That bodes poorly. In the scheme of things, I hope it is just Steam that has failed to connect. OBS seems to be doing fine. Steam, get your shit together. Sure, whatever. Icky lab or labs? Lab. Good. Great. Anyone mention that? No. Don't know what that means. Anyway. Icky Lab. Throw you over to my thingy. There we go. Texture lump computer screen not found.
Welcome to
Ichthyosaur, is that how it's spelled? That doesn't look right.
For unity in process and environmental condition. High impact reactive armor activated.
What's happening?
Atmospheric contaminant sensors activated.
Oh, of course.
Automatic system engaged. Defensive weapon selection system activated. Transmission level monitoring activated.
Fulbright.
Communications interface online.
Stay still. That would be the eponymous Icky, wouldn't it? What the hell's going on? That was a big crate to shatter in a couple of hits. Okay. This was your doing, wasn't it? Okay. It's good to break through a bunch of crates and know that it'll actually do something. Unlike this switch, which has a smaller switch on the underside of the switch. It's not going the right way. That's how you fill up the vending machine. That's pretty detailed in there though. as they go. Can find space. Surely that... Why is there no railings? No. Is it 6? It's 6. This has gone slightly sideways of the original pitch as I understood it. Oh, that should have worked. What the hell are you firing at? He just consciously looked up, fired a grenade over there while I was over here. Why did I have to look at that tripwire so closely? Also, where the hell do I go? Up, I guess. This isn't clear because there's no lighting. Can't tell if that was the end or it's just the end. Yeah, it wasn't so bad. Pelican crossing example. First roll map, very basic pelican crossing example. Try picking up the crowbar and smashing that fuse box over there. Ejection, bleeding the witness. Half-life? Half-life. Pelican. Is that a UK thing? Pelican crossing? I'm pretty sure they're just pedestrian crossings here. Which seems like it makes a lot more sense than pelican. What has it got to do with a pelican?
To the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions.
Ah, it's the fuzz again. It's drilling into my brain. Stop it. I don't know what it did, but it's annoying. I'm gonna stop playing this now. I've definitely heard of Pelican Crossing before, just not here. Puppy Academy AWP Normal Tractor. Practice warm-up map using AWP shooting at flying objects and prone targets. Difficulty normal. This link didn't work for better or worse. I can't tell which just from this description. Puppy Academy AWP Easy Tractor. Same thing, but easy. Pup USB Aim Canyon. Just an average aim map with an interesting twist to it. Wink. Also didn't work. Dawn of Terror by Imus, which I'm pretty sure is a Castlevania game. This also did not work. There are a lot of them. Pedestrian light controlled crossing. Surely that should be Pelican crossing then. which doesn't work. I won't have it. Elevator Entry Half-Life by Rowley Bob. The aim is to make an elevator out of front doors, no trains or paths. The elevator doors close. Inside I render a copy of those doors was actually a front door itself. And the elevator button is supposed to trigger the fake door and the elevator, but it seems I can only get one or the other to work. If I disable the fake door, the elevator works fine. If I disable the elevator, the fake door works fine. Surely you just need a multi-manager with end-for-enders that change the rendering of the doors. Wait, no, how would that work? You'd need the doors to actually not be there. It's a strange thing to aspire to, but sure. Wait, is this that? Yes, yes it is that. Is this another mini competition thing? Because if so, then I can see that being the case. We should probably get some actual mini competitions going. Where it's Why? What's with you and the fuzz? A slight movement I saw there. What did I do? What's happening? Let me go, please. Don't. Okay. It was a problem, Matt. Competition 21, Shadows by Trapped. I don't think this one, this download link worked either. If nothing else, at least this is getting us a long way towards doing another pass through. I usually do them every 100 broken links or so. Sorry, stretching. I think he was specifically trying to use only funk doors. Why is not something I'm privy to. That's just how it is. So it can't do this. Actually, if this is an official competition map, I didn't actually check the page. Competition 21. Shadows? Is that the name of it? Restructification? Constructification, rather? Nope, that's not going to work either, is it? Oh. BA Tram 1, Recreate Competitio. This also did not work. I guess I should also check the competition page for this as well. Where are we? He didn't win, so he doesn't exist. Never mind. Scouts Knives 27. Right. In CZ, my favourite weapon is the Scout, and one of my favourite knives is Scout Knives, but there are a few annoying things about the regular Scout's Knives. That really defeated the purpose of the scout, such as the map is only a couple thousand units wide, and when you run out of spawn, you're likely to get shot in the head. No, really? So I decided to make a map similar to Scouts Knives, but didn't have these problems, and I decided to call it Scouts Knives 27. Surprise. Oh, sorry, Surprise. Surprise. Everyone starts with nade, scout with full ammo, armor, and knife. There are 2 spawns for T and C. It should be played with gravity at 200 or 250. The architecture is obviously very blocky, but that's just for the sake of our speeds. Surprise. Counter Strike. I keep yawning. I'm probably just gonna go back to bed. Alright, how many scout knives do we have now? 5 different kinds of scout knives. But not the original. Oh. What? Oh. I see what I did there. Whoops. Silly me. SV gravity is for not map.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. I mean, me not knowing anything about anything, I don't know. Is this good? Is this what the people who liked that map want? I don't know. All I see is blocky stuff. But at weird angles, which I kind of appreciated. I don't know. Fog by the same. Shows how to make fog. Very basic, I believe. It only works for 1.6 and CZ. It's an example map. It is an example map. Map fog. So it's foggy. Yeah, there's not much more to it, really. RMF is probably more useful to everyone. Large turrets. Large mountain turret. Go up, behind, and press use to enter, use again to exit. Primary attack is the 2 cannons, and secondary is rockets. Hit the floating box to spawn some NPCs to test it on. I suppose Source does have the kind of mechanics to allow alt fire on a turret. Source can do some weird stuff. Who was making that space thing in Half-Life 2? Was that Tetsuo? Half-Life 2, that's right. Maps, paste, charts. Because that thing looked really interesting. It's like a controlling some spaceship and you actually had to dock, and then once you docked you walked in. I think that was Tetsuo. Or maybe Rimrook? Occasionally I do conflate the two, I apologise. Map. Turrets. Wow. Why is it inverted? This isn't a mouse. I hold right and it goes left. Hang on. Large mounted turret. Go up behind her. Primary attack is... It doesn't do anything. Unless the buttons are less obvious than it seems like they should be. Well, I don't know. Not here to troubleshoot it. SC Choose by Halo 4 Life. This map is for Sven co-op. In this map you get to choose what you want to do. There's a maze, an arena, and more. It's best when playing with other people. If you don't have a teleport plug, you go to the control room, turn on the way for the maze. Alright, love me some solo Sven co-op. Nope, that's not where it goes. That's where it goes. SC Choose B2. Nope, where am I? There. Surely with the kind of access Sven co-op people have, they could add in some features like the autocomplete on those console commands for the maps. That couldn't be terribly hard to do, could it? Choose what you want to do in this map. There's a maze, arena, and more. I see. Crusher. Right. Control room, arena, maze, armory. Taking all votes, except I'm probably not going to wait for them, so I'm just going to go left to right.
I was told to guard this area.
Good.
Clear this area.
Maze. Oh, that kind of maze. So much for the armory. Can I? No, I can't. I don't think I'm gonna do the maze. at the arena now that I have no weapons. Oh, fun. Oh. Fair enough. Come on. I can do this. I guess I can't do this. Oh, I'm not gonna wait for that. He wasn't happy. Okay. It's not really a crusher, is it? It's just a evaporator. Okay, that's a crusher. That's an explosion. That's a laser that's never gonna hit anything. Well, that's fun. Yeah, from all the context, I'm guessing this isn't what it says it is. But also, I'm not taking any chances. Invasion 105 2.0. Mini-mod based on the Half-Life 2 City 17 streets. The mission is to get the other side of the street and access the Citadel walkway. I don't think this worked. I mean, if it doesn't work by then, it's almost certainly not going to. Fun jumping 2. That's twice as many 2s. Try to jump down with carefully. If you threw 2 stages, you won. Award for the winners? Guns. If you do this bullshit, you get to play the video game. Alright, fun _ jumping 2 _ 2. Right, keep hitting, I don't need to worry about it with this one.
Alright, let's move out.
Okay. Right. Gotcha. Uh-huh. Understand. I'm following. Don't think I want to do this more than, let's say, twice. Even that's probably a stretch.
Okay, let's go.
It's not really jumping, is it? It's more falling. some jumping. Right. Oh. Well, whatever. It's more time than it deserved. Example, pickup pistol. Alright. Valve maps. That. Pickup pistol CS. I don't know what this is that it doesn't normally do. This is purely an example of how to have a weapon there to pick up. Oh, I fucked up. Let me pick up that pistol. That's the entire point of this map. I picked up that pistol. Fun HKMTR. This is our map that consult from the Hong Kong MTR. You will note some of the part of this map are non-finished. I don't know where I should submit this map because I lost my RMF file. I can finish it. So I put in the completed map section. I think I followed the gist of that. Except for the part where he immediately contradicted himself. Themself, rather. Fun HKMTR. Is this the same person as... Hang on. Yeah. This is the made by Hong Kong people person. And that's a quote. Fun HKMTR. Right?
Alright, let's move out.
We're in a train line. Noting some issues with scale and texture. Wait, is this a train? Why do I have to jump out of the train? Okay, so it's not flawless. I don't even know where I'm going anymore. Is this a secret train? Can I get in this? Maybe not. I don't know. The doors are just on the wrong side to the station. Now I think about it. There's a very good reason why I was looking for doors on that side. You can't get up. Everyone just funnels down into here and then I guess, kills each other because it's Counter-Strike. But wait, no, that still doesn't make sense because the doors are on the wrong side of that station as well. Whatever. I'm very confused, but okay. The Crab Lab version 2.0. Instead of adding new stuff aimlessly, I decided to fix a few things mentioned about the first release and upload the RMF so other people could test out their ideas. Okay, I don't recall Crab Lab 1. Grab this WAD as well. You go anywhere without your Crab Lab WAD. Wait, was it called Crab Lab? Did I load up an initial Crab Lab? No, this is it. The Crab Lab. I hear crabs being murdered. And clearly that's the point of this map. Why does it shoot jibs? Right. I see. Good. Sorry, what did I do? Oh, I see. Right, well, that's not interesting. Can I leave? Oh god, they've locked the door. We're stuck in the Crab Lab. Half-Life 2 map called WWE Raw, which my meager understanding of certain things tells me is a wrestling thing. Wonder if this map will even work given the problems he mentioned. He says, it simply won't compile, and it's got he uploaded a BSP. They, Crispy, probably Chris. Arena D002. Crash. Yes, called it. I think what I'm going to do is leave it there because I am pretty much falling asleep in my seat more than anything else. So apologies about that. Nevertheless, there'll always be more. And I know I keep saying it, but I do promise that eventually I'll get around to getting all those videos up on YouTube. I did some of them compared to last time. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. I say tonight, I don't know why I say tonight. It's not tonight, it's this morning. But, you get me. Good morning, everyone. Until next time.